A man carrying a suitcase was caught on a CCTV camera in the lobby of the hotel just before the explosion took place. The bomb went off in the restaurant, bringing death and injury to Jakarta's central business district. The attackers hit shortly before 8 o'clock local time, breakfast time for the guests of the Ritz-Carlton and JW Marriott hotels. The Marriott was hit first, the damage testament to the force of the explosion. Authorities say remains found at both hotels suggest the attacks might have been the work of suicide bombers. President Yudhoyono, who was just re-elected last week, held a very emotional press conference, hinting at possible involvement of his political opponents.
I shall take an oath in the name of the people that I love. The government and the state will take tough action against those who are responsible for the bombings, including the mastermind, and to those who will carry out future attacks in this country.
A serious blow to newly re-elected President Yudhoyono. After years of calm, suddenly these two attacks right here in the business district of Jakarta. Now there's a lot of pressure on the president and the government to bring the perpetrators to justice as soon as possible, before the nation can be reassured again. Outside, some of the wounded were treated on site before being taken to hospital. Blast injuries included burns and broken bones. Uninjured but obviously shocked, other hotel guests and staff gathered on open ground nearby.
I heard of a bomb first, the Marriott bomb at 10 to 8, and a lot of people crying. And just 10 minutes after, a bomb in the hotel. The building moved a lot, and we start to hear alarms.
There was a sound, for me it was a piercing sound. It sounded like the earthquake that we had about a year or two ago that was at about 7 on the scale. And then within about 5 minutes afterwards, there was just a very, very loud noise, and I looked up and there was white smoke and I left.
The JW Marriott has been targeted before. 12 people killed in a car bomb in 2003, carried out by the Islamist group Jemaah Islamiyah. A JI member has told Al Jazeera that the group wasn't involved in this attack, but an Australian researcher, who this week warned that the organization could renew its anti-Western campaign, says elements within JI could be working independently.
There is a split between traditionalists who want to consolidate current efforts and to not engage in further violence, and other more hardline factions who believe that a campaign of political violence is both necessary and required.
Indonesia has just re-elected its president in peaceful democratic elections. His government will now be concerned that renewed violence doesn't undo the gains in peace and stability of recent years. Stelp Vassen, Al Jazeera, Jakarta.